Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This week's music playlist theme is about imposter syndrome. I know it's a little out of the box, but I think we can all relate that we have experienced some form of self-doubt some point in our lives. So let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Joey. Thank you so much for checking out this channel. I really appreciate it. For those who are new, this is a music and talk channel for music enthusiasts. So if you ever made like mixtapes or playlists that were based around a certain theme, then you are in the right place because that is what this channel is all about. So like I mentioned in the intro, this week's theme is about imposter syndrome. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this isn't for me. I don't suffer from imposter syndrome, blah, blah, blah. But I think, we all have, experienced some form of lack of self-confidence. Maybe we don't feel like we're qualified for something. It happens. So here's a couple of examples. It's so easy for me to talk about imposter syndrome because I'm an artist. My work gets critiqued. I've suffered from it for many years because I never thought my work was good enough. I always thought I was failing. And then I realized that it's not just artists who experience this. I'm sure musicians experience the same thing. But if you think about when you are sitting down and creating something, the first thing you want to do is kind of channel what you are inspired by. Like, for example, if you were learning to play the guitar, you're going to want to play a song that you love. So I don't know. It's so easy to knock our attempts rather than see them as successes. Successes? Is that right? You don't have to be an artist to experience imposter syndrome. I was actually reading this study that more women experience imposter syndrome than men. And the study was talking about these highly qualified women who had all these degrees and PhDs and massive publications, and they felt like they weren't qualified or that there was a mistake that they shouldn't be doing that particular job or doing that particular type of research. You don't have to be in research or in art to experience a form of self-doubt. I remember I got this letter from my cousin when I was living away from home. She was about to have her first child, and in the letter she wrote, "I hope I'll be a good mom." Now, I don't have children. I can imagine there are a lot of parents out there who think I am not qualified to do this. Maybe you're getting judged by other parents on the playground, or maybe someone in the store if your child acts up. We've all been there. We've all experienced this. I don't know if I can do this. I'm not qualified. What am I doing? I've got some great suggestions on ways you can pull yourself out of this lack of self-confidence bit that you might be experiencing. And on top of that, I've got a fun little playlist for you. Number one thing when I think about self-doubt and if I'm just don't think that I'm qualified, I think about the things that I have done as successes rather than failures. There's all these little things, whether you are building a business, relationship, we always see things that didn't work out as a failure. When really we should be looking as, I at least tried. It's so easy to knock ourselves and to continue to critique ourselves. That was a bit of a mouthful. Critique ourselves on what didn't work out. And so we need to stop that. Just stop, okay? So start looking at things that didn't work out as an accomplishment, because it is. Here is another good suggestion. Take a compliment. If you create something, if you made an effort towards something, just to say thank you. Let's say you baked a cake and everyone says it tastes so good, but you come back and say, use more lemon or a little bit more salt, or I should have used butter instead of margarine. Who cares? People like it. Take the compliment. Little things that we do in our lives that we don't think we are creating a negative effect on ourselves just add up throughout time. And the last suggestion I have is to phone a friend. Make sure it is one of your friends that is just a natural born cheerleader. Don't phone the friend that's a Debbie Downer or a negative Ned. We don't need to talk to those people. But we all have that friend that just knows how to really highlight our successes and things that we are attempting to do. This episode was actually inspired by a friend of mine who did just that for me. I tried so many things, but wasn't getting where I wanted to be. And she was like, "Joey, you did this, you tried that, you attempted at this. You're trying all these things. That's great. Look at all these things that you've done." I think that's really helpful when you get kind of an outside perspective of someone who is looking in what you are doing. And that really helped me change my focus around and be like, oh, she's right. This is a fun playlist. And I hope it'll just pull you out of whatever self doubts you're experiencing right now. If you selected the playlist version on my dashboard, you will see the playlist that will begin shortly after I'm done talking. Or if you selected the video, go down into the comments below and you'll select the playlist there. Anyways, gonna start this playlist off with a little Kajagoogoo. I can never pronounce that band name, with To Shine Shine. I've got some Courtney Barnett, this new band called Twen, some of the Duke Spirit on here, along with Good Looks. And then I've got some Crystal Castles with Robert Smith, The Voids, and then finishing off with The Outsiders and some classic Moby. Okay, my lovelies, thank you so much for listening. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that way you know when all the newest episodes are coming out. I really hope this playlist helps you and kind of pulls you out of any lack of self-confidence that you might be thinking of or maybe you're experiencing. But just know that you are doing great things in this world. I don't know, setting the sails of your, I don't know what I'm trying to say there. All right, have fun listening. And like always, you should turn it up.